Howdy YouTube, we're gonna run north up to the Oklahoma border, or for some folks you'd call that the state line. We call that the border here. I'm gonna run up to Lake Texoma and I'm gonna spend a couple of nights exploring Eisenhower State Park. So come on along with me, let's go check it out. If you're headed out to Lake Texoma State Park, plan on having a campfire, you need to take the firewood with you because the park does not have firewood on site. So I am out here at the Shell Station. I am on the east side of 75. There's a place on the west side of 75, a little house, but his firewood was really expensive. So here I'm at the Shell Station, the food mart. He's got some U-Haul trucks, so it's probably not too difficult to find. I found it, so you can find it. Anyway, there's no paid endorsement here, but he was a funny, friendly guy and asked me if I'd put a plug in there for him. So I did. If you need some firewood, come over here to the Shell. He'll hook you up. Bye. Man, it's hot. 1st of June, and it feels like August. Texas for you. I am here at Texoma State Park, Lake Texoma State Park. I am set up in site number 22, the end of the road, man. Check it out. I think there's going to be some issue with the sun later on in the day, though. I think it's going to be site number 22. Not much to be said about it. It's asphalt, water and electric. It is 50 and 30. It's just about the right length for the Vesta. Perfect length for Miss V, RV. It slopes to the rear. The back wheels are actually off the ground. Good thing Yappy's not here. She'd be upset about that. Drops off the asphalt here, so we got to be careful. It's not too awfully bad though. Got a great big old bodark tree hanging over the fire pit. And of course, someone was burning plastic on the grill in the fire pit. We have an aluminum picnic table and a lantern pole. And there is a live oak tree right there, so if you were setting up a tent out there, you'd have shade from the evening sun. Now, they have told me at the front gate when I was checking in, they told me that there was access down to the water on some of these sites. Can't you just throw it in the trash? I mean, really? Why you gotta leave your trash laying around? Anyway, I'm not gonna go off on a rant. So, we're gonna go down this little trail right here and see if we can get to the water. Not happening. It'd be hard to climb even if I didn't have my mobility challenges. That would still be tough to climb. Okay, so won't be doing any fishing down there. Oh darn, I guess I gotta get on my scooter and go find a place to fish. Have a couple pictures first and then I'll boogie. There's no way I can go down to the water there. So what I'm gonna do is jump on the scooter, go ride around and kind of scout out for my scooter run. I think I'm gonna do that in the morning when it's cooler, because it's hotter than blazes right now. And I'm sweaty. Putting on that harness putting on the harness won't be too fun when it's this sticky. So we'll do it in the morning, but right now we're gonna go play. I'm out here tooling around, scouting things out for the scooter run tomorrow morning. This is a first for me in a state park. All these boathouses. And I actually think there's some folks that are living full time. And look at that one. That is, by golly, a house. Very interesting. These roads are really, really rough. All right, I've made it over to the Eisenhower Yacht Club. They actually have a little marina store and fuel dock. What's cool is, see if we can get them. I don't know if you can see them or not. There's some very large carp and catfish hanging out here, and a bunch of turtles and ducks waiting to be fed. All right, still over here by the yacht club, the Texoma Yacht Club. Actually, I have a food truck. Of course, it's not serving food today. This caught my eye. And there's a huge catfish right down there. I think it's a catfish. It may be a carp. It's big, whatever it is. Well, I went and found firewood before I got in here and set up camp. Should have known better, because check this out. Somebody always leaves some firewood behind. So I'm gonna grab a couple sticks. Not too much, since I bought 3 bundles. I have discovered water. We discovered water. Actually, I just started wandering around and kind of strolling around the perimeter of my camp. And I saw this little path, kind of sort of trail. Well, let's see what's down here. There be water. Water at last. Okay, so there's the store that we were visiting earlier. Doesn't look like there's too many other places to come down to the water that I can see anyhow. Well, all right, so here we are, Lake Texoma. I'm actually finally standing in Lake Texoma, getting my feet wet in some Red River water. So I was so totally wrong about where the sun was gonna set. Really should have had a compass before I made that statement, because, man, I was wrong. I said it was gonna set over there, and it's sitting right there. So as I sit here watching my fire on the grill, had to put on the hat to keep the sun out of my eyes. It's lighting up the washer and dryer very nicely. Great accent piece for the video. If you watch my Lake Bob Sandlin State Park video, you'll recall the little shot that I did of the ratty pack, walking the ratty pack, and that was really cool. But what you couldn't see was that I was reaching, man. I was having to stretch my arm out there to get the shot with the little selfie stick that I had. So when I got home, I remembered that I had this thing in my garage that would be ideal. And so I ended up making the super selfie. How cool is that? Get out there and I'll be able to hang out over the dogs. The only downside is the wobble. You got to be mindful of the weight on the end. It's like a big old fishing rod. I guess I got a big fishing rod. But this telescope's out, you know. It started life as a ball retrieval for golf balls. And I just did some scooter video footage with it that, well, anyway, check it out. You'll see what I mean. Okay, so it's not exactly the safest thing to be riding around with, but since I can't have a quadcopter in the state park, gotta have something to get that cinematic footage. right, you'll have to pardon the audio. Battery died on my lavalier mic, and when I was leaving the motor home, I looked at the lavalier mic and thought, I probably ought to replace that battery. Yeah, it'll be all right. I'm not gonna be gone that long. Famous last words. We are over here at the fishing pier. It says the boards are slippery when wet. What boards? Them there boards right there. Oh, railroad ties. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that or not, but we're gonna give it a shot. It is hot too. Forecast was for 101. I don't know if we've reached that or not. I mean, this is kind of like that staircase in Colorado that everybody's doing. There was a lady that did that who had no legs. Man, I respect the hell out of that. Who am I to complain? So it's all in your perspective. It just keeps getting steeper. So somebody's got some music playing, so we're gonna have to go to royalty-free music, but I don't get a royalty violation. All right, I made it down that long flight of steps, and I'm greeted by the fact that there's nobody fishing on a fishing pier. There are some folks swimming. Bad thing is we gotta go back up. But at least we can get to the water here though. All right. More to come. I decided to take my worms and make my way down to the lake and go see if I can catch some fish. Apparently, the fish don't care for Walmart worms today. Could be because it's so windy. I don't know. I'm gonna hike back up the hill. We're getting close. We're getting so close. Now, I'm not a food blogger, and I don't understand the whole food blogging scene, the whole food blogging scene, but I gotta tell you, this right here gets me excited. Look at this. I got some big old asparagus. I got corn on the cob, and best of all, I got a big, thick ribeye. How can you not be excited about that? Well, all right, my friends, we are coming to the conclusion of this video, our visit to Eisenhower State Park on Lake Texoma. It is Sunday morning with the sun coming up over the lake. I always enjoy camping. Some places are better than others. Some places are not. This is in that category. I don't think I'll be coming back. If I do, I'll be staying at the Full Connection. It's just so hard to get to the water here. So there's not much to do except hang out and ride the scooter. Did a lot of that. A whole lot of that. So, but anyway, if you have enjoyed what I have done, give me one of those thumbs up. If you thought it could use some improvement, well, you can give me a thumbs down. I'm okay with that. You're entitled to we're all entitled to our own opinion. Most important, click on the subscribe button and the bell. Click on that bell, because if I load a video and you want to see more state parks, that'll let you know whenever I load a video. Ding, it goes off. It sends you all kinds of bells and whistles and alarms. Well, actually, it just sends you an email. I'm gonna pack up. I'm gonna hit the road before it gets too awfully hot. Stay tuned. We've got some fun stuff coming up. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not going to reveal any more. Got everything packed up, picked up more trash than I produced while I was here, as is usually the case. Pay a visit to the dump station and then head to McKinney. Appreciate all you guys watching. Y'all come back now, you hear?